Hello, I'm Rudy, aka Deezy Digital, and I wanted to record a video like I usually do, but my Vimeo software isn't cooperating with me. So I thought, hey, why not just go live on YouTube like old time's sake? So I'm feeling a little bit of some emotions right now. I am slightly intoxicated. It is fading away though, so I wanted to just give it a little time to digest. It's been an almost 2 hours, I would say, since WrestleMania 39 came to an end. First off, before I start talking, let me give a huge shout out to everyone who made this weekend possible. All the backstage people, the people that put the light, stage, music, the music performers, everybody killed it. The production value was insane. It really is a spectacle now. I really do enjoy this more than the Super Bowl, to be honest. It makes me feel like a kid again. This weekend made me feel like a kid again. Yesterday, WrestleMania Saturday, I was anticipating it, starting it beginning all day. I kept myself busy to try to, keep it under control. I did a lot of stuff for my son, and I let that I kept it down as much as I could because I knew if I sat at home all day, I would drive myself crazy, waiting for it to start. So I kept myself busy. But yeah, also I want to send my thoughts. I watched the post press conference by Triple H. One of the performers during Bianca Belair's performance, the little girl who bent and she was a contortionist, who bent in an awesome way. She kind of stole the show. Her mother passed away earlier in the day, and she still decided to go out there and kill it. So yeah, shout out to her for entertaining us, for going out there and destroying her performance. That takes a lot. Like, seriously, shout out to her. The wrestling community, we're behind you. We appreciate you for putting on a show for us. And shout out to the rest of the divas from Compton. They killed it. Uh, Also, shout out to the kids in John Cena's entrance yesterday. That was awesome as well. I love feeling that you're living vicariously through the kids. Because can you just imagine being a kid and getting to be not only at WrestleMania but on the damn stage with the performers? Like, that's something you'll remember and talk about for the rest of your life. And it's on video. You could go back and watch yourself for the rest of your life. So yeah, as I said, shout out to everyone behind the scenes for putting this damn show together. And of course, shout out to all the wrestlers that participated, that put their body on the line. Shane McMahon tore his damn quad. Finn Balor got busted open. There's a picture on Twitter of the gash in his head. That shit is nasty. Go take a look at that. There's a big gash on his head from that ladder edge hitting him. You can call it whatever you want, but the injury possibility is always there, and they really do risk their lives for us. Look at Big E. Big E's still recovering from a nasty. It was just a routine move that happens. It just randomly went awry, and his livelihood was questioned. So of course, huge shout out to every wrestler entertaining us this weekend. And not only at WWE, but anyone who chooses to wrestle, to put on a show for people, to give us entertainment. Shout out to y'all for real. I appreciate it. I know everyone watching appreciates it. I'm sorry. But yeah, shout out to y'all. Y'all put on one hell of a damn show. Everyone top to bottom. Man, so let me jump into the main event. My thoughts. I was here on my couch in disbelief. I said it a few days ago. The past year, since Cody came back at last year's WrestleMania, I had him as a shoe-in to win the championship this year if he didn't somehow win it beforehand. I thought he was either going to walk in champion or walk out champion. I was in genuine shock and disbelief. I was literally speechless. All I could say is what over and over. I truly did not see that coming. I did not expect that. All the indications I read online, I felt through the story. Just everything seemed to point at Cody becoming champion, finishing the story. Shout out to Triple H and Creator for having the fucking balls to pull the trigger on this, to pull the trigger on Roman still being champion. That also takes balls. The behind the scene decision to make that, to take that shot at 1,000 days, which barring some kind of crazy thing happening is gonna happen now. That was the one thing. That was the one roadblock everyone who reads the behind the scenes stuff saw, was the eager anticipation of hitting that 1,000 days. That's just such a legendary mark. That is a crazy fucking number, especially these days in WWE, with not only, as I mentioned before, injuries, but also Money in the Bank, and then the crowd getting behind you, whether that be online or in person. As I said a month or so ago, like Sami Zayn, I thought they were gonna grow the balls and pull the trigger on Sammy. I really saw that coming. Shit, even last year, I thought they were gonna pull the trigger with Drew McIntyre. I saw that coming as well. I saw that as a legit possibility. I would not have been mad at either of them dethroning Roman Reigns. So I do have, I do have acknowledged the blah line shirt on, by the way. But I'm not gonna lie, I was disappointed Cody didn't win, especially the entrance. Cody Rhodes' entrance almost had me crying, to be honest. That was such a picture perfect setup for him to win the championship. That's why I couldn't believe that he lost. It was literally as perfect as it could have been for him to set the table to win the championship. Him giving his weight belt to Harper's son in the front row, holding his daughter, giving her a kiss, having that moment. I was in my feels. I was in my feels during Cody Rhodes' entrance. I literally tweeted it on Twitter. Oh, there's 1,000,000,000% he's leaving with the championship. There's no way. There's no way he's not becoming champion after this. After that entrance, the fireworks, the emotion. You could see the emotion on Cody Rhodes' face. I thought that emotion was that behind the scenes knowledge of, wow, I'm really about to leave. I'm really about to experience this championship win. So as I've gotten older, that is another thing I read into, is the body language, the emotion, the expression on their face. If you looked yesterday, you could kind of see it on Charlotte Flair's face. You could kind of see her losing her championship in her face. I kind of knew, you know, I had the hunch that Rhea was going to walk out, the confidence that she was going to walk out with it. But Charlotte kind of didn't hide it very well. She didn't hide that she was, taking the L very well. And Cody was the opposite today. Today, he was the opposite of Charlotte yesterday. And the emotion he showed and was displaying, I was like, oh, yeah, there's no way. There's absolutely no way. There's the cliche of 99.9999%. Like, no, I was past that. I was like, there's 0% that he's not walking out champion. But after I've digested it a little bit, I'm not mad at it, to be honest. There is still SummerSlam. By then, Roman will have surpassed 1,000 days. There's still SummerSlam. There's still big events. I don't think they'll wait till next year's WrestleMania to have him or someone else win the championship. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think they're going to wait till the end of the year. I don't see that. I don't see that happening. I mean, Roman did display extreme confidence in the post conference, but I don't think he'll get up that high, that much higher past 1,000. But hey, I didn't see any way of him winning tonight, and I was absolutely fucking wrong. So great story told. I was in it, man. Just like everyone in attendance at SoFi Stadium, I was on the edge of my seat on my couch. I was enthralled. I was all the way there. This whole weekend, I was all the way there. The matches I was expecting to let me down absolutely fucking delivered. Like the men's tag team match, the 4-way tag team match, I did not expect to enjoy that as much as I did. They all fucking killed that. That was an absolute blast of a match. The match today that I knew was going to be a banger, as Sheamus calls it, absolutely fucking was. That was hard hitting, the drama, the storytelling, but just the raw power of all three of those men, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, and Gunther. Shout out to y'all. I was so damn entertained. Like, apart from the main event, that was the most entertaining match. I knew they were gonna kill it, and they fucking did. I want more. I want them to run that shit back. Maybe in Puerto Rico, because I know they gotta rest and heal because of how hard they were hitting each other. They were fucking going at it. Like, shout out to them for leaving their chests all red with the slaps just to entertain us. I know that shit hurts, especially Sheamus. Michael Cole or Corey Graves mentioned it. Because he's so pale, it shows up so much more. But man, just all the slaps. I loved it. And some of them Drew McIntyre slaps were even harder than Gunther's. Drew McIntyre was going hard on the damn chest slaps. But yeah, I'm actually shocked Gunther retained. I really wasn't expecting that, but I'm not mad at it. Just like tonight's main event, I was not mad at Gunther retaining that. He's awesome. I did see all the hype on Twitter back when he was Walter, but I didn't really watch him. I don't believe, but no, he lived up to all the hype I read about since I've been keeping tabs on him the past year or so. I did get to see him in person last summer. That was pretty awesome, seeing him in person. The match that kind of under-delivered for me, I thought it would be more entertaining, was Bianca and Asuka. I mentioned the entrance. Once I saw that entrance, I did kind of have a gut feeling that, Bianca was going to retain when I saw that they brought out the kid element. I mean, John Cena did lose. Don't get me wrong. John Cena had the kid element and lost. But that made more sense, in my opinion, for Cena to lose. As much as it kind of sucks to see Theory win, that kind of made sense. But no, once Bianca had the heartwarming entrance, I was like, okay, yeah, unfortunately, she's probably going to retain. If she would bring her like authenticness and just like the ease of talking she had in her, press conference after, I feel like her character would be a lot better. It just seems like she kind of struggles with promo sometimes. I mentioned that on my prediction episode with Romero. But yeah, no, she has the look. She has the ability. Just, I feel like her live promo skills need a little slight work. But I was shocked Asuka didn't win that. I saw people, disappointed on Twitter too. Like, that was the wrong move. But we'll see where that goes. I mean, I would prefer. I hope they do throw either Bailey or Becky back in the title picture. Uh, Preferably Bailey. She was out a year with injury. It's been a few years since she had a title. I would for sure prefer Bailey over Becky. I mean, I don't want her to grow stale. I mean, well, they give Charlotte fucking championships all the time, and she's already stale. But I like Becky. She'll make her way back there within the next year for sure. I've seen stuff. I mean, she's a tag team champion. I guess that's good for now. The women's, four-way tag team match, just like I mentioned on my prediction episode, I didn't really pay attention to that at all. I mean, I was in the car driving after taking my son home, but still, I didn't pay much attention to it. I did glance over, but I couldn't tell you one spot from that match. I mean, I can name the finish. The finish was kind of awkward and weird to me. It just felt so like sudden, like a sudden ending to the match. But of course, I knew it was going to be Shotzi or Chelsea taking the pin or submission, and yeah, of course, it was Shotzi. I feel like Shotzi deserves better. She's very entertaining. She has like some good high energy. I don't know why they had her take that submission. Just feel like that was definitely like meh, bang. That was exactly what I thought it was going to be leading up to it. But it felt like the first 4 or 5 matches just flew by. When it got to the main event, I was shocked how fast it came. I was shocked how little in between happened also. They did have the Shane McMahon return, which was awesome. I hate that he got injured because I love Shane McMahon. I mean, I might get some drawback on that. But when I was a kid in elementary school, I believe it was 5th grade, I would mimic Shane McMahon all the time. Like, I don't know. I've always been entertained with Shane McMahon. He does feel like the yin to Vince's yang. He feels like the complete opposite. Where Vince just seems, like his persona, just like the rich asshole. Shane does kind of seem more of the down to earth rich guy. Which I don't know if that's true, but it's just a vibe I've always got. He seems like he's humble, even though he is gonna. I mean, he probably is already rich. I don't know, but he's always seemed humble to me, and he's always been one of my low key favorites. So it did kind of suck to see him hurt. At first, I thought that was setting up somebody else to return. I thought that was a fake injury, honestly. When it first happened, I was like, is he really hurt? What? I thought that was going to set the stage for LA Knight or Bobby Lashley or Randy Orton, all the names I was seeing swirling. I thought that was going to set the stage for them. But yeah, when it was just Snoop Dogg that hit a few punches in the people's elbow on the Miz, I was kind of shocked. I was like, oh, okay. Don't get me wrong, I love Snoop Dogg, so I wasn't upset by that or anything. It was just very, very weird and very awkward. Happened out of nowhere. Which, I mean, shout out to them for adjusting that on the fly, kind of just spitballing it. I mean, it wasn't that bad for spitballing it, but see, what am I missing? Oh, how did I forget? The tag team champions. That was very strange. It was very strange to see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn actually win. Like, I knew it was going to happen, but it actually happening felt surreal to me. If that sounds weird, I don't know why, but it felt surreal. You're just used to seeing the Usos behind Roman, all the championships, throwing up the ones. It's gonna feel really strange just having, Roman's 2 titles in the bloodline now. But I'll be honest, that almost got me too last night. Seeing Sammy and Kevin celebrate, you could see you could see Kevin. He was looking at the fireworks and looking at them on the screen, and he said to Sammy, "Unbelievable." Like they literally couldn't believe it. And it's such an awesome story when real life blends in with the storyline. They really are, real life best friends, and it's awesome. It would be amazing to win championships with my best friend. That's the fucking dream. Is killing it or achieving something with somebody you love. It was, yeah, it really almost got me. Seeing their reactions, seeing their faces. It was just a great. I did not expect WrestleMania night 1 to surpass night 2. But night 1, from bottom to top, just fucking killed it. I did see people say, and I agree, surprisingly, Cena in theory was like the weak point. But I mean, Cena, give him props. I mean, all he does is movies and TV shows now. This isn't what he does anymore. As much as that sucks to say, this isn't Cena's life. So to see him still go out there and put on a semi decent show, hey, I'll take it. I'm not gonna take anything away from Cena. I'm not gonna. It's definitely not as bad as Goldberg and Undertaker were a few years ago. That match. It wasn't as nearly as bad as that, but of course he's lost a step or so. But still, that John Cena entrance is something I'll never get tired of. I'll never get tired of seeing John Cena enter. I guess it's maybe because I did step away from wrestling for 5 to 10 years, but Cena's always been entertaining to me. I never got that, got stale from Cena. Like I know many wrestling fans who have literally stuck with WWE for 20 years at least. I didn't, like I said, I was away from it. I would randomly pop in and watch, but that was one time, one and done. Like the Usos say. I was one and done. I'll drop in, watch an hour or two, and then pop out and not watch it again for months or years. That's where I was prior to about 2014, 2015 when I jumped back in. What else? I thought of it, and then it left me. There's one more thing. Oh, Dominic and Rey Mysterio. I will say that the match was kind of lackluster, but the entrances were awesome. I did kind of cringe at Dominic's entrance, and I saw a lot of people say they loved it. I didn't. I mean, it wasn't bad, but I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Now, Rey Mysterio's entrance, that was an all-timer. That was a dope-ass entrance. First starting with Snoop Dogg, and then giving a shout-out to Eddie Guerrero, and then we still got the Booyaka Booyaka. Like 3 bangers, 3 legendary songs back to back to back. That was awesome. Like I loved Ray's entrance. And I think I did pick Dominic in my predictions, but I am happy. I am actually happy Ray won. It does kind of make sense, especially since he came out tonight with the Hall of Famers. It does make sense for him to come out on a win as opposed to coming out just losing last night. So I could kind of see why, from a logistics standpoint, that they had him win last night. I hope they do at least put an end to it, or I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, at least don't just like move on after he lost. Like, at least bring it up another week or two, and then you could drop it. But I hope they don't completely drop the Ray and Dominic storyline. But yeah, that's my initial thoughts. It's getting late. I got work tomorrow after an amazing, just wrestling filled weekend. Just got the binge on wrestling. It was amazing. It was awesome. I'm kind of upset I don't get to watch Raw tomorrow night. I will get home for the last hour. That is a plus. I I get off a little early. I can watch, see what's happening in the main event. I probably will tune in at the very beginning to see who kicks off Raw. So I'll probably watch the first 20 minutes of Raw and then the last hour. So I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm excited to see where the storylines pick up, what what surprises there are. Hopefully there's actual surprises this year and it's not whack like the Raw after WrestleMania I went to last year. That was garbage. Fucking whack. I hope something interesting happens. I mean, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got to enjoy yourself watching some wrestling this weekend. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on everything and anything this weekend. Let me finish on this. Just like I said yesterday when WrestleMania kicked off, I had some buffalo tenders. I did. I didn't get wings, but I got some buffalo tenders. It's the next closest thing. I didn't have pizza tonight. We were supposed to get some storms, so I didn't want to risk, getting pizza while it was raining outside. So I got pizza for lunch. But, on the way home, as I mentioned, from taking my son, I did get some Taco Bell, which is something I enjoy. So, I mean, I did have pizza this weekend and some buffalo tenders, like I had mentioned, but not pizza during WrestleMania like I would have loved. But yeah, let me know what you ate also. Like I said, it's getting late. Let me know your thoughts before I start breaking down. I've held my thoughts together this long. Let me peace out. Hope you enjoyed WrestleMania. Good night.